Your period is the best barometer of how you're doing short-term with your health and long-term. In fact, in 2009, the National Institute of Health came out with a very important study for all women. And this biocycle study showed us that what our hormonal balance is doing in our 20s and 30s, even in our teens, is indicative of how we will feel in terms of the 4 diseases of inflammation postmenopausally. So that's heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and Alzheimer's. You have to look before you flush. What is going on every month, color-wise and texture-wise, actually tells you so much about what concentrations and ratios of hormones you're dealing with on a month-to-month basis. There are 4 basic colors and textures I want you to look for. Let's start with the first one, which is heavy, dark, and cloddy. So think of it like thawed out, frozen, mashed up blueberries, okay? If it looks a little bit dark and cloddy, and this is consistent for you and it's heavy, then this is a sign that you have excess levels of estrogen. And this, in the short term, is going to cause all sorts of symptoms like PMS, stubborn weight issues, acne, hair issues, moodiness, headaches, all sorts of things that I know you don't want to be dealing with. The second combination of color and texture is the light version, where it looks kind of like a thin spread of strawberry jam. This is a sign that estrogen levels are low, and you may not be manufacturing adequate estrogen in the short term to protect bone density. In addition, low estrogen will have implications for your fertility. If you don't have adequate lining in your uterus, it's hard for an embryo to implant successfully. The third color and texture to think about is what I call the prune juice texture and color. Is this happening because you're moving into perimenopause and progesterone levels are starting to fluctuate? Are you getting into a perimenopausal state too soon? And in addition, low progesterone is a huge problem when it comes to maintaining pregnancy. So if you've been struggling with multiple miscarriages and you have a history of brown staining, you want to bring that up to your gynecologist or your IVF doctor. The last color and texture I want you to think about is the cranberry juice color and texture, which is highly viscous and nice and bright and red. And this is like happy period. I want this to be the thing that you're seeing, okay? I want it to be fresh and healthy looking. And this is a sign where estrogen and progesterone are in perfect balance and the endometrium lining is breaking down the way that it should. It's not cloddy, it's not thin, it's not brown, it's the way that it should be.